Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our Madden 21 coaching series that we have as we are coaching the Denver Broncos, basically reaching the halfway point of our season. And it has been a fantastic season up to this point. Um, right now we haven't run into too much of an issue. All games have been incredibly close, facing off against plenty of X factors from the other teams. Um, Coming into this game against Kansas City, this is probably going to be one of our big tests, one of our biggest hurdles that we have to get over. When we were with Houston, it took us a couple seasons to get over the hurdle of Kansas City. But for us to really say we've taken that next step to truly be the team that matches what our record is, we have to get past them, and I say get past them convincingly, in all honesty. So coming into this game, we do have some guys that are still available for being re-signed. It's not something that I'm completely looking at doing at this point. Um, if we are going to start getting some of these older guys in, they're going to have to really step up their play. And taking a look in the safety spot, we have plenty of talent there that we can actually pick from. Now, free safety, we got more than enough guys, but I can always convert someone over to a strong safety if need, and it won't be that much of a difference as far as their overall total. So now another area that we've been needing all season, the cornerback position. Taking a look at just seeing what's available. I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to do a combo of things looking at the draft as well as free agency to pick up some spots there to try to bring in some additional talent. Like I said, right now our top guys are just basically an 80 overall. For us to really, make a statement and to be consistently good, we have to do better than that and have better talent than what's available right now. So, take a look. One final little upgrade to our right tackle, Jawan Taylor, getting him upgraded before we jump into this game. It is going to be a Thursday night matchup against our rival here in the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs. And we're going to go ahead and jump on into this one as we are here in the first quarter, about 9.5 minutes to go. Kansas City does have the ball as they are trying to drive it down the field. As Mahomes gets that first pass off to Travis. That's not Travis Kelce. Who was it? That was Key Waring. That was one of our guys that we had in Houston that we got rid of. Oh, well, but damn. Now he's on Kansas City. Well, good for him. Good for him. They do still have Travis Kelce. Okay. I was about to get shocked and thinking that Kansas City got rid of Travis Kelce. But apparently they did not because he was in on that one. And he is still their X Factor tight end. So be it. Now for a 3rd and 3, Mahomes, we have to get pressure on him and bring him down for sacks. If we're not doing that, we're going to have issues, and we got him right there. Austin Rose powering through his man, getting right around that edge and making that sack. That was a big-time play for our defense, as we really did need that type of step up from one of our guys. Now they do get a field goal, and they will take the lead 3-0. And so we will now have the ball with about 6.5 minutes to go. Drew Lock coming in. He's been so up and down for us. I mean, it's hard to judge him. Passes like that, he's incredibly inaccurate. And I get it. Pressure was there. But still, I need a lot more from him. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it before, pretty much ready to move on from him as that screen pass almost gets intercepted. But we are going to have to move on from Drew Lock, I think, even with our record being what it is and as good as we are. I don't think that's really a tribute to him. I think that's a tribute to a lot of our players down the stretch in these games. And Drew Lock's going to throw his first interception of the evening as they start returning it back. Try to make some guys miss, and we finally bring him down at the 37-yard line. Drew Lock just does not have the ability to place the ball where it needs to be placed. Now, we would eventually get a turnover from Kansas City on a fumble on that drive, and so now we're going to have the ball again here at about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. still trailing 3-0. So this is not a high-scoring game so far. Our defense has done a decent job of basically maintaining position on Patty Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce. Now Drew Lock's going to fire another one, and that cornerback got off his man and came after the ball on that. I did not see that coming. I thought we had the man. Obviously, we didn't. So Drew Lock, second interception of the evening. Look at him. He was running with Sutton all the way, then turned around at the last second. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't throw it towards Sutton. I threw it to another man, but they made a great defensive play. And now started to get the ball moving. Since they're going to be keen on Sutton, let's get them spread out, get some more space going, and find guys like KJ Hamler over the middle. He's been one of our big-time receivers coming out of the slot position, something we have really needed in a lot of these games, getting some quick routes, quick passes, and big yards, as we are now down to the 37-yard line. So here with the 1st and 10, Drew Lock is going to be in the shotgun, 3 wide. Gets the snap, throws it quickly over to the left side to Sutton. A little curl route as he's finally brought down after a gain of about 7 yards on that one to bring up a 2nd and 3 as we got the ball now to the 29-yard line of Kansas City. And for 2nd and 3, Lock's going to be under center, 2 tight ends to his right side as we're going to hand it off to Cone up the middle. He's got a big hole, and it's finally going to be brought down at the 19-yard line by their safety, as that was a big-time play from our running back, Xavier Cone, stepping up. Giving him a lot more possessions has really been an ideal move for us, and it's something I think that has paid off overall when we look at his performance, along with Melvin Gordon. So that's something to keep an eye on going forward. Now on 1st and 10, we run the draw play to Gordon, but there was just no space right there. No blocking, moving anybody out of the way, getting stuffed, losing 1 yard. So now 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line. Lock's going to be in the shotgun with Gordon offset to his left side, 3 wide receivers. Lock has the snap. He's rolling out to his left side, scans the field, gives it time, finds Jerry Jeudy on the left side, gets brought down at about the 3-yard line. Big time play by Jeudy. Lock moving just enough to give Jeudy the time to get open, and that's what he needed, as he has about 4 receptions for about 49 yards on the day. So a pretty good evening for him here on Thursday night. Now, Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton are battling. I'm not sure. We're looking at big-time trade capital. Jeudy, I'll definitely keep Jeudy. I kept his 5th-year option, so I'm definitely going to be keeping him. But going forward, I'm going to need to see a lot more from Sutton if we're going to not use him as, trade capital later on. Now, Melvin Gordon is having a little bit of a rougher evening, as he does have only 6 carries for about 9 yards, so not the biggest performance from him. But he does get us down to the 2-yard line here as the 2-minute warning comes about. So now 2nd and goal from the 2, goal line formation. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. We hand it to Gordon coming off the right, follows his blockers and pushes forward only to the 1. He just did not have enough to cross that goal line, as that will bring us to a 3rd and goal from the 1. We are 3 feet away from taking the lead in this game. The clock is continuing to tick. We will be at about 1:20 seconds by the time this ball is snapped. Goal line formation. Hand it off to our fullback, Mr. Cullen Gillespie. Hammering that ball into the end zone. He did it for us in Houston, and he's doing it for us now in Denver, as we have now taken the lead 6-3, making it 7-3. And we're going to jump ahead here to the 3rd quarter, about 10.5 minutes to go. Still leading only 7-3. And so this slugfest, coming into this one, I thought it may be more of a shootout style of game, but it has turned into a legit slugfest right now. And we are leading by 4, 7-3 with a 2nd and 8. Drew Lock gets the snap, scans over the field, fires it over to our tight end, and he's just not able to come down with it. That was pretty good coverage by Kansas City, so I kind of have to give him credit on that. 3rd and 8, Lock's going to be alone in the backfield, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He gets the snap, going to be scanning over the field. He throws it over to our wide receiver, and it's going to be intercepted. Kansas City is returning this one. Drew Lock, the last man, and chases him out of bounds, as they will take over possession of the ball at the 17-yard line. I don't know where Locke was going on that one. Talk about a horrible pass to Robinson, our backup, basically fourth-string receiver in the slot who made some big catches for us before, but not given a chance on that one. So our defense, we really need them to step up big time. And seeing Travis Kelce get hurt, that's actually going to be, I guess, a slight positive for our side of this game, as we won't have to worry about trying to contend with him anymore. So now 2nd and 12. They hand it off up the middle. Big hole up the middle as Kansas City gets the ball down to about the 11-yard line. Hurst, their running back, just had no one around him when he was giving it to him, and just gets down for a good gain. So 3rd and 5 for Patrick Mahomes as he is in the shotgun, scans over the field, fires it to, who was that, Tyreek Hill? Looks like it was knocked away anyways, and that does result in a field goal for Kansas City. So now on our ensuing drive, 1st and 10 for us here in Denver as we get it out to Chaney, our backup tight end, as he's going to pick up a good, decent 7-yard gain. Just playing it safe, knowing we have the lead, just trying to be smart with this one and not force anything since we've already thrown a couple interceptions in this game. So 2nd and 3, Locke in the shotgun once again. Scans over the field. Has a little bit of time, but this time he's going to throw another interception, trying to hit Sutton. Leads him way too much, and the linebacker, Campbell, did make a great play. I have to give him that one. Now that would result in a field goal for Kansas City, and we would actually trade field goals with them, one apiece, so we do still lead 10-9 at this point. Now the 4th quarter has started. Kansas City does have the ball at about the 30-yard line, and we'll get a 5-yard game. As you can see, Mahomes only has about 165 yards on the night, so doing a pretty good job defensively against him. So 2nd and 4. Mahomes in the shotgun. He scrambles. He's going to fumble that one. We're going to pick it up. We start moving down the field. Bradley Chubb with the recovery, as he has a big-time play right there, getting the ball after it was stripped from Mahomes. And that's what we've needed from our defense all night long. They have been stepping up for us big time as we get through, get the pressure, and bring him down. And this will give us a chance to extend our lead even more. 14 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Locke's going to hand it off to Cone. Big-time hole up the middle. Cone powering forward all the way down to the 13-yard line as he has 7 rushes for 49 yards on the day, as this is a possession game, but still with more passes than rushes, so we are a little bit out of our element here, needing to try to even this up. So 1st and 10 from the 13. Locke's going to hand it off to Cone once again as he gets only about a gain about 3 yards, give or take on that one, all the way down to the 10, bringing up a 2nd and 7. As Locke's going to be under center once again. 2 tight ends to his right side. Cone alone in the backfield. 2 receivers offset to his left. Locke gets the snap. Just kind of rolls around in the pockets, able to find our tight end. He's going to push forward, and they're going to call him down at the 1. They don't give him the touchdown. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. They robbed us of that touchdown as we were stopped at the 1, apparently. Although I could have sworn we got that one. But we'll see what we have to do here. Locke's going to be going 2 tight ends under center with Cone alone in the backfield once again. Locke's going to send Judy in motion. Hands it off to Cone. He's going to be hit first. But Cone just powers forward. He doesn't care. And he's in the end zone, extending this lead, as we will now have it over Kansas City, 17-9. And you know what Mahomes did, of course. He came back and tied it up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that leaves us with about 5.5 minutes to try and make something happen, as we've got the ball down now to the 2-yard line of Kansas City and has brought up a 2nd and 2. Drew Lock going to be under center once again, trying to make another miracle happen in the 4th quarter. Hands it off to Cone up the middle. Cone lowers his shoulder, still fighting. He's in for the touchdown. What a run. What an individual effort by Xavier Cone. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the evening, as that will give us the lead 24-17. Right there, he would not be denied. Now Kansas City, of course, would have another chance at it with about 3 minutes. They are driving. Patrick Mahomes is going to fire it over to the left side, and that's going to find his man Tyreek Hill, who's been pretty silent on the night, and that will give him a 1st down. The clock is still ticking. 2.5 minutes to go now. Patrick Mahomes in the shotgun formation as he scans over the field. Pressure comes. He's going to find Tyreek Hill once again, who gets knocked backwards to the 15, as that's going to be play out to our advantage. As instead of a 1st and 10, that will bring up a 2nd and 1 here at the 15-yard line as they are in the red zone, trailing by 7, trying to tie this ball game up. And they will not be able to get that snap off. It will take it to the 2-minute warning, which I can deal with because at least it gives our guys a chance to rest. Now we got 15 yards to protect, 2 minutes to do it. That's what we care. I don't care that it's 2nd and 1. I just care that we keep them out of the end zone. So here we go. Mahomes under center, 2 tight ends. He's got 2 receivers, sends a man in motion, hands it off to the running back, wide open hole on the left side as he's going to get in for a pretty easy touchdown. I don't know what happened to our defense on that one. Giving up the first career touchdown to Hurst. You know, the sad part is our defense has played well for the most part all this game. And that lapse right there, giving up touchdown to the young man. Granted, he earned it, but you hate to give it up in that fashion. So now this game is tied 24 apiece as we are coming in to the closing 2 minutes, needing to make something happen. We've been able to come back from these all season, so I don't see why we can't do it again. I don't know why Drew Lock, if he has another one in him, and to do it in front of the nation. Yeah, this could possibly change my mind. If we can get this game won with him, I think, you know, we could really make some things happen possibly in the future with him. I'm still not sure, but we've got to come through in this moment first. Now in a 1st and 10, Locke's going to fire it out. That's an easy interception. Throws it to the tight end, and it gets picked off by a linebacker, and Kansas City's going to return it to the 4. You've got to be kidding me. Drew Lock just threw that one right at him. That's our 5th turnover. Those are all interceptions. You've got to be kidding me. Drew Lock, a chance to be a hero once again, and he comes out as a dud. And our defense just being as porous as ever now here in the final closing minutes gives up another rushing touchdown. That's basically 2 consecutive rushing touchdowns in their last 2 carries. So now here we are in the closing seconds trying to get it tied up. Drew Lock needing to drop it in over to our man, and he just doesn't have the arm strength. And Kansas City's going to pick it off for the 6th time and escape out of Denver with a lucky win had it not been for Drew Lock's shabby play in this one. He's kept us in a lot of games, I'll admit. He's won us some games. But this was a division game. We're just now getting into our division play, and that's the performance that he's going to put up. 6 interceptions. 6. I mean, at least Mahomes threw 2. So, I mean, we got that going for us. But 6 interceptions. Drew Lock, not a good night in front of the country on Thursday night football, prime time, needing to make something happen and just didn't do it. So let's look at some guys who did play pretty well today. KJ Hamler came through with some big-time reception, so he will earn himself an upgrade point. McTelvin Agim, he's now a 74 overall. He has earned it. He's been a disruptive leader in the middle of that defensive line. He's someone that, has come through and made some big plays when we've really counted on him to do that. Xavier Cohn had a great day today. Can't fault him with his performance. So he does earn himself an upgrade point as well. Craig Allison back up, from practice, getting to move up a little bit. He's now 66 overall. Doesn't really see the field, so I'm not too concerned with him. All right, so now we have the Green Bay Packers, and we're playing in Green Bay. That's going to be fun. That's going to be even better now. This is going to be a tough game. We knew this series was coming up. Kansas City, Green Bay, and then next week we have Kansas City again, followed by Cleveland, who's been a thorn in my side ever since the Houston days. So this is going to be big time needed wins, is what I would say. Now, Holt, one of our youngsters, did get Defensive Player of the Week for the AFC. He's the one you saw force that fumble from Patrick Mahomes that Bradley Chubb picked up and recovered. So he had himself a great game, and I think really did earn Player of the Week on that one. All right, so Courtland Sutton, he's a little angry because he's not being utilized as much. So, of course, what do we got to do? Get him 5 touches or 100 yards. That's not going to be all that much. But we do finally have a player upgrade moment opportunity. Our tight end, Albert, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but we need to get him 2 touchdowns or 100-plus yards receiving here against Green Bay to earn himself his breakout moment. And we also got one coming up on defense with Sione Taki needing to make some big plays. 2+ interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss or sacks, or hold Green Bay to 200 yards. And I think we all can agree we probably ain't holding Green Bay to 200 total yards between their passing and their rushing. We just don't have the type of team to be able to maintain that performance right now. So what do we got to do? Beat Kenny Clark's Packers? Yeah, y'all know what I do when it comes to facing off against X Factors. It's either minimize them, or just I don't care about them. I'm not going to do a whole game plan revolving around those guys on the other team. Just refuse to do it. So knowing quarterback play is knowing we're going to be needing a quarterback, I'm just trying to take a look at depth, see if we can't find a hidden gem down the draft, and it doesn't look like there's nothing. There ain't nothing once you get past the second round, and it seems like that for a majority of positions that we've looked at, whether it be quarterback. I haven't really looked at running back. What receiver hasn't really looked at. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll examine receiver and stuff later on as we kind of get closer to determining what we're going to actually do with players like Courtland Sutton, guys that are unhappy about their role on the team, essentially. Now, knowing we need to upgrade the line, that looks like it's definitely going to have to be something done during free agency. Our offensive line, the prospects, the draft prospects we got, there's really nothing there whatsoever. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but it's going to be an issue down the road. I can definitely tell you that. So we do have a tough matchup here against Green Bay. Jordan Love will be their quarterback as Aaron Rodgers has retired at this point. But we are still in Lambeau Field on a Sunday afternoon trying to bounce back after a tough loss as we have our opening drive of the game with about 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Drew Lock's going to find our tight end over the middle for a big-time gain from the 44 down to the 19, a 25-yard pickup on that one, as he has 2 receptions for 29 yards. Remember, we only need to get him to have either 2 touchdowns or basically just 100 yards or 2 touchdowns, and he gets his upgrade as his upgrade development as well. So now 1st and 10 from the 19, handed off to Melvin Gordon. Big time hole on the left side as Gordon's going to get down to the 12-yard line after a gain of about 7. That was an excellent run, something we hadn't seen last week at all and has been kind of lacking here the last couple weeks in our games. So 2nd and 3 from the 12. Clock is now under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Locke is going to be under center for this one. Hands it. A little bit of play action to Xavier Cone. Thought he handed it off, and he trails to the right side. Finds Cone late. Cone pushes his way in. Touchdown, Denver. Xavier Cone with the receiving touchdown. He kept the play alive, following Drew Lock all the way over to the sideline, basically, as we unleashed it to him. And he just has that great individual effort, pushing his way into the end zone on that one. Now, Green Bay would come back and tie it, and here they actually have an opportunity to take the lead as they hand it to their running back, who's going to be stopped. Chambers, 6 rushes, 4 yards on the day. Our our defense has done an exceptional job, I think, these last couple of weeks of trying to keep guys maintained and not let them in. Now, last week we did have that letdown at the end of the game, but granted, when your quarterback throws 6 interceptions, you're on the field a lot in the ball game. So that's really what happens. Your guys get tired. Hopefully not this early in the game. So 2nd and goal, and they're going to hand it off again. And this time our whole defensive line, my goodness, fights through. Ashawn Robinson, Agim, everybody was back there in the backfield with the running back as we bring him down for a loss, and that gives up a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line as Jordan Love is going to be in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Our defense trying to put some pressure on him. We finally start getting some movement, and Love will have to throw that one out of the back of the end zone, giving them a field goal as they take the lead in this game. Now on our ensuing drive, Locke is going to be under center for 1st down. Hands it off to Cone. Big time hole on the left side. Xavier Cone gets all the way through. Gain of about 7 yards, or actually about 9 yards on that one, as he hasn't been carrying it too much today. But is definitely still there when we need him. So 2nd and 1 from the 34. Locke under center once again, this time with multiple tight ends as he fires it over to Sutton over the middle. Sutton getting down the field. And remember, we need to get him 5 touches just to make him happy, or 100 yards, whichever comes first, as he now has 3 touches for 37 yards here in this ball game. So after that pass all the way to the 47 as we approach the 50-yard line, Locke's going to be in the shotgun once again. 2 receivers to his right, Sutton off to his left side as he's going to fire it over to our running back. It's going to be picked off. Green Bay has it at the 15, the 10, the 5, and Drew Lock throws another pick 6. That's disgusting. I can't believe he did that. You've got to be kidding me. Another interception gone and another touchdown for Green Bay. Now, we would come back and score another one as we find ourselves here coming up to the end of the first half, still trailing, but by 3 points now, only 17-14. And after that big pass play at the 2-minute mark gets us all the way down to the 23-yard line, we have a 1st and 10, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Now Locke's going to be in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, Gordon in the backfield. He gets the snap, scans over the field, finds his man off to the right side. That's our tight end, getting him his touches and his yards. You gotta love that type of performance from our man. He has stepped up big time in today's game. And if I'm not mistaken, this first half he's already approaching over the 100-yard mark, earning his development trade upgrade, as we now have a 1st and goal from the 6, and we're going to let this clock continue to tick down. I don't want to give Green Bay any chance with it. So Locke is under center, 2 tight ends, hands it a little bit of play action to Cone, and fires it over to Cone. And once again on the left side as he's going to get down to the 1-yard line. Drew Lock, 200-something passing yards on the day here in the first half, but still had that pick 6 a little bit earlier, which has been a big impact on this one. So now at the 2nd and goal from the 1, we're going goal line formation. Hand it off to Melvin Gordon. He's in the end zone. We have reclaimed this lead here, 34 seconds in the first half. The touchdown by Melvin Gordon allows us to take the lead in this one, as that will be a big-time play for us. Now, after each team has added a couple field goals, the score is 24-20 with our lead. But Green Bay is really trying to fight back with us as they have a big-time rush from Chambers off the left side, who just seemed untouched for, I don't know how many yards that was. But it was way too far for my liking, I'll say that much at least. So, all right, now 1st and 10 for Green Bay. But there is still 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter, so a lot of football left. As we bring some pressure to Jordan Love, and it's going to be tipped up to their receiver. You've got to be kidding me. We had the picks, the interception in our hands, and it's just going to bounce off like we're playing gosh dang volleyball, and Zacchaeus is going to catch it and get it into the end zone. So, I mean, oh my goodness. At least Devontae Holt knocked the crap out of Jordan Love. I got to give him that one. You know, a little bit of credit there. Now, Bradley Chubb got hurt, so that's really that kind of evens itself out with hitting Jordan Love. So now we're trailing once again here as the fourth quarter has started with a 3rd and inches as we give it to Colin Gillespie, our man who, if you need 3 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. If you need 5 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. That's what Mr. Gillespie will do for you. Either way, at least we got the first down, and this drive is continuing as we are now in the fourth quarter, finding ourselves trailing by 3, but our tight end, we get it to him. He's all the way down. Oh, my goodness. That was an amazing throw. As I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not going to lie. I just can't do it. But, oh, my goodness. Drew Lock actually dropped a pass in the man's breadbasket, and he uses his extra speed. If he didn't have over 100 yards coming in to that play, he definitely got it on that one. As he just fights forward all the way down to about the 25, 26-yard line of Green Bay, and that's going to put us in beautiful position to try and take the lead here in Lambeau Field. So now, like I said, fourth quarter just started, so still a lot of football left. Can't get too excited too quickly. Locke is going to be in the shotgun as he's going to scan over the field. Find our tight end once again for a gain of about 8 yards down to the 17 as we are moving the ball steadily, making the smart throws on this one. And so here we go, 2nd and 1 from the 17. Locke in the shotgun once again. Multiple receivers out there to his left side. He's going to hand it off to Melvin Gordon up the middle, who just could not find any wiggle room. They did bring a pretty hefty run blitz on that one, stopping us fairly early, but at least we gained maybe a yard. It's still 3rd and 2, so not really. So still from the 17-yard line, 3rd and 2, Locke in the shotgun once again. Multiple wide receivers and one tight end. Locke sees a hole open. He's going to run it and slide down at about the 10-yard line. Drew Lock coming through with a run on that one. That hole opened up and knew that was our only chance to get the first down. So now 1st and goal from the 10 as we hand it off to Melvin Gordon, who's going to continue to push a man down, fighting forward as he gets to the 4-yard line, but now our left tackle's hurt. Oh, man, Whitaker goes down again. That's at least the 2nd or 3rd time this season in a game that he's gone down. So that's somewhere to have to keep an eye out for. But Drew Lock pays no mind to that and hits KJ Hamler on the slant route as we have now taken the lead once again here. The score 30-27, about to be 31-27. What a play by Hamler and Locke being able to connect on that one. So now Green Bay in their ensuing drive will have a 1st and 10 from the 25. Jordan Love gets pressured, fires it down the field, and finally we get the interception. You've got to be kidding me. We actually come down with it. A.J. Abouye, our old man on the outside, comes down with the interception, as that will give us another chance to extend this lead, which we do by adding a field goal. So here now, under 7 minutes, Green Bay trying to tie the ball game up as they are trailing by 7, 34-27. And on that 1st and 10, they are going to be throwing it out to Chambers, their running back, who's going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss on that one by Fenton, as he's been playing a pretty decent game today as well. So that brings up 2nd and 12 for Green Bay from the 36-yard line. Love in the shotgun. Multiple wide receivers out and one tight end. Scans over the field, fires it over to his tight end on the right side as he's going to fall out of bounds. He does make the catch, however, get down to the 31, so for a gain about 5 yards, bringing up a big-time 3rd and 8 play under 6 minutes to go. Our defense needing to make something happen as Bradley Chubb is back in the game for this one. As he's going to bring some of the pressure, but he gets it away. Jordan Love hammers it to his man all the way down the field as they finally make the tackle at the 7-yard line. A physical hit just couldn't jar the ball loose. Our defense allowed him to be wide open there over the middle. I'm not sure if someone just fell out of their zone or what happened on that one, but definitely a blown coverage. So now 1st and goal for Green Bay here at the 7-yard line as Love has plenty of time to stand there in the pocket undisturbed, but no one could get open. So we finally got some pressure on him, and he throws it away. So now 2nd and goal for Green Bay at the 7-yard line once again. Love is in the shotgun all alone by himself. We try to get some lineman pressure going with the big zone and the defense, and A.J. Bouye is going to pick that one off. He's going to be alone on the left side as he stepped in front of it, and there's no one to stop him. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown, A.J. Touchdown, old man on the outside, as that will extend our lead 41-27 now, giving us a 2-score lead. As our rookie Rose tries to do the Lambeau leap in celebration, but the fans deny him. I gotta say, I do love that about this game. Doing stuff like that, trolling the other fans. As we will walk out of here with a win. In the closing minute of the game, we did add another field goal, so the final score did end up being 44-27. But big-time plays by A.J. Bouye and our defense stepping up majorly, getting the multiple turnovers. Drew Lock didn't have a bad game himself outside the pick six, 355 yards through the air. So, overall good performance by all aspects of our team in this one. All right, so it was a bounce back, and we definitely needed that bounce back. So you kind of have to like seeing that one. And so we're going to go ahead and do some of these player upgrades here. And while we do that, I do want to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And if you did like today's video, hit that little thumbs up button and hit that little bell notification icon so you can be notified for all of the Champ and Sons content that gets uploaded to our channel and all of our series that we have going on. So we're going to check out some of these messages. You can imagine what they say. If you played the game, you pretty much know what they say. And then we're going to get ready to face off against Kansas City and Cleveland in the next episode, as that one is going to be just, once again, another hard-fought couple of games trying to keep this momentum that we have gained from this win today. So once again, I just want to thank y'all for joining us. It was a tough loss early on, but it has been pretty fun. And, like I said before, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And I will see y'all in the next episode, everybody. So, as always, stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes, man. Later, y'all.